Many wild animals are rarely seen in a world full of diverse wildlife due to a low population count, meaning they're close to extinction. Though rare, we have seen them at least once to know they're still out there. From the land to the sea, here are 5 wild animals that have rarely ever been seen. Hey everyone, if you smash that like button and subscribe with all notifications on, I'll reply back to as many of you as I can when you comment below saying, "I subscribed." Though mythical unicorns may not exist, we do have an animal considered to be a unicorn, so stick around to see who it is. Number 5. Cross River Gorilla. We'll start with one we're all familiar with, gorillas. Specifically, the Cross River gorilla species is on the edge of extinction, as only 11 groups through Cameroon and Nigeria have been observed. Their official status is critically endangered. In total, the estimates range from 200 to 300 individuals in the wild. Such a small population made it difficult for scientists to study them properly, so they came up with their estimate by looking at their nests. Their numbers are so low because of illegal poaching. Efforts by the World Wildlife Organization and officials in both countries are trying to protect and monitor these creatures. Number 4. Sumatran Rhino. Unlike other rhinos, this species is the smallest of all and is the only Asian rhino with 2 horns. Another defining feature is their long hair, making them closely related to the woolly rhino. As of now, their numbers are projected at around 80 in the wild. Within 15 years, only 2 females in captivity have given birth to calves. Before they were close to extinction, the rhinos were widespread throughout Asia from the eastern Himalayas all the way into China. Now they only reside on the islands of Sumatra and Borneo. Poachers seeking rhinos, habitat loss, and poor protection laws contribute to this creature's endangerment. There are plenty of efforts going into saving these animals, such as the Sumatran Rhino Rescue Alliance. Number 3. Saola. Lurking in the Annamite Mountains along the Laos and Vietnam border, the saola, also called the Asian unicorn, has eluded us ever since its discovery in 1992. Getting an accurate number of these creatures isn't easy, since the area they inhabit proves rough and packed with forests. We've only ever had 4 documented encounters. The most reliable information we can get is from a few photos through camera traps and villager testimonies. It's also believed that the saola numbers are between a few hundred to less than 10 individuals. If that wasn't scary enough, scientists believe they are the only species of saola, meaning there could be no more saola if efforts to boost the numbers don't bear results. They only exist in the wild, with none in captivity now, so this creature may not have much time before it's gone. And now it's time for today's pick. We came across this picture of an incredibly unique creature. It really looks like something out of a fantasy game that has features taken from several different animals. You think it's not real, and you'd be slightly right. This animal is actually a sculpture made by artist Woodsplitter Lee on DeviantArt back in 2013. She created dozens of these fantasy creatures, and they're all incredibly lifelike. Just like this one, I would love to have this magnificent statue in my living room and pretend I'm going off on an epic quest. Number 2. Addax. Their white coats and corkscrew-like antlers distinguish these unique antelopes. Sadly, it's projected that only 3 individuals are out in the wild. But hold back your tears, because there are around 2,000 in captivity. While it's a small number, it seems reasonable enough to start breeding more and reintroducing them into the wild. They roamed all over North Africa, particularly in the Sahara Desert, as they were adapted for the harsh environment. But now they're mostly in the Termit and Tintauma National Nature Reserve in Niger. Once again, poaching contributed to their extremely low numbers with the help of industrialization. Last year, the environmental agency Abu Dhabi flew around a dozen addax to breed and hopefully reintroduce them to the wild. Number 1. Vaquita. The world's most rare marine animal is the vaquita, with numbers hovering around 10 or fewer individuals. With their name meaning small cow, they're smaller than the average human, at most measuring only 4 feet and 9 inches. Ever since its discovery in 1958, they've been on a steep decline that puts them at critically endangered. It wasn't until the late 1980s when the creature was fully described. They can be found around the Gulf of California's shallow and upper part, but you'd be lucky to find them in the wild since they swim away if a boat approaches them. The main culprit for their low numbers are gill nets entangling and drowning vaquitas. Several efforts attempt to preserve their numbers, but the issue continues. I personally hope these animals can be saved since it's such a tragedy to lose an entire species forever. Also, check out our playlist of all our videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.